Hi friends, today is 2nd of February and now we'll have a look at the data of yesterday for trading plan for 3rd of February, that is Monday. So as we discussed, yesterday was budget and it was supposed to be a special day. It turned out to be a special day also, and we had huge gap, downside move. So the plan was to wait till the budget speech is over, because many things might come which also came into the market. And how I traded budget was, I initially waited for the budget to be over and then waited for the market move, and the market move was clearly to the downside, so I sold the weekly put, and that too far away, 300 point above calls I sold. Okay, so now let's have a look at the data and the chart. uh, if you remember, in one of the video last 2 or 3 days back, we were discussing about this head and shoulder pattern, right? This was the left shoulder, and then the head, and then the right shoulder, and this neckline was like a this trending line which would be around this 12,000. So what we are discussing was, once market closes around this below that 12,000, it will confirm a head and shoulder pattern, and the target was around 12,650, which was also the 200 period moving average. So now we have a pattern target which is met. So market also came to this 200 period moving average. So now that is the completion of the pattern target of the head and shoulder. So from now, where, see, many people think that market has already fallen when it comes to 200 period moving average. Many people think that market has fallen enough and there could be possible bounce back and we should go long. However, all the collapse, all the accident happens below 200 period moving average. You go and check any stock, Yes Bank, DHFL, in US market also you can go and check, or you can go and check Wipro, which happened in 2008. All the major accident actually happens below the 200 period moving average. So once the indices or the stock is below 200 period moving average, if you are a long term investor, you should exit, and you should wait for the indices or the stock to go above 200 period moving average to take any kind of investment position. There is a high possibility that once the stock or the indices closes below 200 period moving average, it will take significant time to come above that. And if you have exited at the 200 period moving average, again you will get the chance to buy your shares back when the reversal happens. So now we should be exiting all our long term long position also. Okay, but still we need 1 or 2 days confirmation, that is closing we need 1 or 2 days of close below this 200 period moving average, because on budget day we have just closed above that. We don't know if tomorrow, uh, it looks unlikely on Monday that we will go up significantly, but ideally speaking we should wait for 1 or 2 days to get the confirmation that now this 200 period moving average is gone. Monday it doesn't look it looks unlikely that we will go above that, but in market anything is possible. I was thinking on the budget day the best play would be insurance sector, HDFC Life, SBI Life, because nothing wrong can go for them, right? Everything will be either neutral or positive, because till now in the history of Indian stock market we have never seen that government has anyways taken decision which can discourage people to invest in tax related instruments. Yesterday, as that because of the ATC issue, ATC you can't have, you have the option not to apply for the insurance related product. Now there was a heavy selling in the sector. So nothing is impossible in stock market. We should keep our eyes and mind and ears open for any kind of surprises, both negative and positive. If we our mind is at least open to any kind of surprises, it can deal with that. If we are not at all thinking about scenarios, we cannot deal with that when it comes. So I believe in having different kind of scenarios in mind. Market can go up from here, market can go significantly down from here, market can be sideways here. So once you think about different scenarios and plan your mind accordingly, if it happens you can deal with that. Okay, so now I think that market can have a reversal from here also, and also I think market can collapse also. So based on what happens, we can take the decision accordingly. Anyways, enough of that thing. Now let's look at the chart, because I don't believe becoming an analyst and economist and thinking about what happened in budget, how much tax cut was there, who government is doing good bad, or that is not going to help us. Neither the government is going to do anything significantly good for us, any government. Neither the organization that we are working is interested in our benefit. It is we who have to take care of us, our family. We have to learn new skill. Okay, if you are doing a job, you have to upgrade your skill, you have to do new things. If you are into trading, you have to ensure that your risk management is in place. You need to find an edge, you need to scale up. And we have to do our own things, we have to learn our own things, we have to start new business or whatever you do in whichever field you are. It is us who has to do and do things better for us, neither the government. I mean, do you really think that this 50,000, if there will be a difference of this 50,000 in the tax or something, that is going to impact our life in a big way? Or if we get a 7 to 8% or 10% hike somewhere, that is going to change the life? No. So this but I just look at this news as just the news. Something has come, we have to analyze and we have to move on. There is no point becoming angry or happy or emotional or praising the government or scolding the government. It is not going to help. We have to we have to be consistent with what we do. So let's do our analysis for Monday. So in the daily chart, now we are closing, we are just standing at the 200 period moving average. So now tomorrow, if market closes one day again below that, obviously we have significant downside. Next support could be around 11,100. There could be a minor support at here 11,500, and then 11,100, and then this reversal. Nirmala Sitharaman's speech about the corporate rate tax cut 10,700. We can go although up to there. However, it will not be every day will go down and will hit the target. Now all these things are opening up. It doesn't mean that in market might not go up, right? So what we are looking at, if things continue, if the trend continues in the direction, the current direction, that is downward, it can reach, first target will be 11,500, then 11,100, and eventually this 10,700. So that looks on the chart. Anyways, when market is in downturn, we should not look for support, we should always look for resistance. We should look where to cover the short. So for Monday, my stop loss will be here, this 11,800 level, because this was the previous kind of minor low which we have broken. So my stop loss is now 11,850, and I have sold 12,000 call. See, analyzing is one thing, and then you should have a plan to execute in such a way that you are not stopped out, or you are not in that intraday volatility, or the short term volatility should not take you out. Okay, so after analyzing also, if you are just buying future, or if you are not executing your trade in a right way, you will not be able to take advantage of that. So now the moves will be significantly higher moves will come in the market. 200 point moves will come just like that. So you should trade in such a way that any 100 point kind of move should not take you out. So now I have sold this 12,000 call, and my stop loss is at 11,850. Okay, because I don't want this 100 point kinds of move to take me out. Okay, so what we are discussing now, chart looking very bearish. Next targets coming are 11,500, 11,100 and 10,700 eventually. Okay, now as this is the weekend, let's have a look at the weekly chart also. So in the weekly chart, if you see, we had discussed few days back this 11,100 was a breakout level, and once market closed below that, now the short term trend in the long term chart also has trend negative. So here also if you see, we can have a minor kind of support at 11,500 and then eventually there is nothing till 11,100 and then 10,750. So in weekly chart also now we are very bearish. Okay, I don't think we have a need to look at the indicator because it is it will obviously down only. MACD is, what you say, it is like in the last 2-3 years it is the most negative reading that you can see. So there's no point going into that. All the indicators will be obviously very bad. Let's look at the open interest. So again, open interest for next week, maximum call writing is at 12,200 and put writing is at 11,500. Then call build up yesterday happened, maximum calls people started writing was 12,200, which shifted from 11,100. But anyways, this there is so much intraday volatility, so no point in going into this exact level. 11,800 put build up happened, but market has closed below that, so there will be no meaning of this strikes now. Now only one thing is obviously the put call ratio has come to 0.8. so if there is some kind of good positive or stable news around the globe related to coronavirus, then we can have a sharp bounce back of because of the short covering. However, Chinese market was closed during weekend, and Dow closed 500 points below on Friday. So Monday people are expecting once the Chinese market opens there will be huge gap down. So there is no possibility on that front. However, we should just, what I am telling, we should keep our mind open in case there is some good or stable news in 2-3 days, then we can expect a sharp bounce back because the put call ratio is very low. Again, max span is now it has shifted from 12,050 to 11,900, so significant down. Again, VIX has come down because of the budget. The VIX was high, now it has cooled off. FIs have sold 1,000 crore only, and that is actually a good thing. After all these things they have sold very less. DIs have not sold anything. Index future also only 1,400 crores. Index option anyways both calls and put. Stock future now they haven't sold much. Indices index future now from 101,000 contract, now they are 113,000 contract short, so not huge shorting there. And FI long short through option from 105,000 contract short to 147, so there also they have gone short. Nifty wise have obviously increased significantly, so heavy short in index. Anyways, all this after any kind of significant day like today, like yesterday, where market is heavily down, no point in going into this kind of daily analysis that we do daily. Okay, where is the call writing, where is the put writing, that is for the normal condition. Now this is abnormal condition. Okay, however, I do all this analysis daily because I believe in habit. Okay, once you leave the habit, because today is Friday, I'm not doing, today's budget day, I'm not doing the analysis, today is I'm not feeling well, that's why I'm not doing the analysis, then what will happen? You will lose the habit. So until and unless it is really very problematic, I generally do this analysis daily. I'll just put the data into the sheet and I'll come to a conclusion. Okay, so for again this pivot point also obviously come down. So for Monday, what is the plan? I am already short. My stop loss is at 11,850. If you are not short, if you have no position, you should look to sell on any kind of rally to 11,850 or some intraday rally, and then if the market faces resistance there, you should go short. Okay, if you are long, long means I don't know how to trade the long now, because if you have bought option, call option or something, then obviously you can just hope and pray that it will come. But mostly it doesn't look like anything will happen till this expiry. We never know if something good comes up in on Tuesday or Wednesday. So basically, idea is to sell on rallies, and now it is a sell on rally market, because market is at 200 period moving average. So any kind of rally you should sell. uh, I Now again I am back to my option writing, that to positional. Now I will not write intraday option for few days, because intraday movement is now very very volatile. 100 200 point moves is coming just like that. So just I will be selling 300 point above call or put, and then I'll again buy the next put. So there will be proper hedging, and based on the market direction I will take the trade, which I've already taken. I've sold the call. So if you get any kind of bounce, you try to sell. Always use proper risk management, because trading is all about risk management. Many people think that trading is all about chart indicator. No, as per me, and I have also read many of the market wizards, you are not a trader, you are a risk manager. You should know how to manage the risk, because analysis is very simple. Anybody can tell you what to do, where is the support, where is the resistance. Execution is the key. Always manage the risk properly. Okay, and then trade accordingly. So please consult your financial advisor if you are taking any kind of advice to trade. So yeah, for Monday, let's be careful and be hopeful and be objective, and let's not get carried away with what's happening around us. So keep calm, and be rational, and take care. Trade well. See you tomorrow.